Good evening and welcome to Littleport Christian Spiritualists. It is a pleasure to welcome everybody online, both live and coming soon to a screen near you, no matter what time of day, week, month or year it is that you end up watching this video. Pleasure to welcome you all here. We're going to be introducing our medium very, very soon, but we've also got a very important announcement to make first. And let's just say that we're going to do it with video. So without further ado, a very special message for one of our long-standing members, one of our long-standing friends. Just remember that I can see you. So this one, Hannah, is for Happy birthday, dear.
Yeah, that's lovely. Thank you, Nick.
You know, I can't do that on a Village Hall platform, I'll tell you that much. Have you had a lovely day, darling?
Yes.
Good, good, good. Now, I know it's your birthday, and most of the time people have their birthday off work. But will you be doing your usual role today?
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah. He's ready.
Excellent. In that case, Your Highness, I will let you prepare your lines, and we will see you later on. But from all of us here, both at home in Littleport and right across the whole meta universe that is the internet, happy birthday, Princess.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
We will see you later.
Thanks.
Well, friends, before we introduce our medium, who is beavering away at getting connected, and if you're watching, I will be calling you in a second. Let's bring up Reverend Lynn. Reverend Lynn, are you there, dear?
I am.
Bless your heart.
Good evening, Reverend Nick.
Good evening. How have you been?
Oh, well, just fine, but very busy, of course, because I've just finished the Littleport Life magazine for the community, and it's sitting at the printers now, just awaiting the final okay to go and get printed. And of course, we've got 4,000 homes here in this big village of ours. So it's quite a responsibility, but I'm very glad to be able to do that. And it does take your mind off things wonderfully well, doesn't it? You know, having work to do, Reverend Nick, as you know yourself. But apart from that, I've done a couple of videos, if I can say done a couple of videos for, you know, for people what might be interested in spiritual things on my Facebook, and they're on YouTube, of course, Lynn Gibdis-Swart, if I may say. But I was thinking about, you know, how we are busying ourselves at this time when we're not able to actually meet together in our places of worship, whether they are permanent buildings, of which we only have a few, or suitcase churches, which is, you know, places we hire. And of course, we've been at the Village Hall in Littleport for 22 years, I think it is now.
Yes, it is.
Something like that. So that's more or less permanent. It's probably imbued with spirit now and spiritual things, no matter what else goes on there. Did I say that? But that's another thing, you know, we always have so much fun and there's so much joy. And when we gather together and now, you know, over the internet, we're always so happy to see each other, and we're always happy and everything. And sometimes we lose sight of the fact, I think, that, you know, there are people who would come into our church, of course, into the Village Hall, into any of our churches, with deep sadness. And, you know, we have to be mindful of that. You know, there is always somebody who is in the depths of despair, who may have suffered bereavement or is suffering addiction or illness of some kind, or being estranged from their family, missing a friend. all those things that bring people into a spiritualist meeting. And particularly because we offer mediumship, don't we, at all our services, right across the board. We always have a medium. That is somebody who acts like a sort of telephone exchange, a relay station from the world of spirit to us down here, and who is able to connect with that spirit world and bring forward lovely messages of comfort, love, from those in the spirit world, in the realms of light, to those recipients, their loved ones who are down here and hoping for a message. And very often they do get a message. And of course, those who are not able to be singled out for a message on that particular occasion can take heart from the fact that if one person is able to hear from a loved one in a very definite and identifiable way, then they understand from that they also have loved ones who are surviving the physical death and who are still there looking out for them in the world of spirit. So, I think that all the upliftment we can offer is just wonderful, but we have to always remember, I always feel that, there's an element of need, spiritual need, in everybody who comes to us, to receive that upliftment. So I think it's really nice, though, to see people smiling and laughing when they've come into us, miserable, perhaps a bit down, a bit timid, perhaps, or a bit frightened because they've heard all these spooky stories about us, or they've watched stupid television programs where people sit round and hold hands around a table with candles and stuff, never mind the fire regulations, smoke everywhere and spooky things. And, it's all very frightening. But in actual fact, once they come in and they realise that there isn't anything to be afraid of, it's wonderful to see people's spirits lifted. Literally, their spirit is lifted. And as they make that connection through the medium on the platform with their own loved ones. And I think that, when you look at other religions and other religious practices and other services, yes, they are very lovely and they are very uplifting and comforting. And especially if we're used to those things, traditional services and so on, of the Orthodox variety. But, even nonconformist Christian services don't have a medium. And there's always that something lacking, isn't there? Because we add to our faith knowledge. We don't tell people you're going to live after you die because I've told you and because you're going to believe in X, Y, Z. We can actually say everybody survives the physical transition we call death, because here we can prove it to you. And we have this medium here, this medium there, who is actually going to bring communication from that world of spirit to you so that you can be convinced yourself, because it doesn't matter how many other people get convinced. It's a personal conviction that this is so and that this is the truth. And as we always say, we serve the truth, we serve the light. We don't serve the forces of darkness, far from it, far from it. And there is nothing to be frightened of about spiritualism. We offer no apology. We offer no apology for being spiritualists, and we don't offer any apology for being Christian spiritualists, or anybody can be any kind of spiritualist they like, because spiritualism in itself just accepts that there is no death. As our dear founding editor of Psychic News, that wonderful old newspaper that started in 1932 by Maurice Barbanel, the medium for Silver Birch, he always said at the top of the newspaper, there is no death. And he used to go to Hyde Park and stand on a soapbox, and he used to have that emblazoned there in front of him, there is no death. And he would be heckled and shouted at, but people would go away thinking. They would be thinking about what he was saying. And I know that many, many people were convinced of the truth that indeed there is no death in that sense. We live after we live, and we are able to prove that fact by our spiritualist practices. And I think it's wonderful. But again, as I said, with all the joy that we have, we have to remember that among our number, even tonight, there are people sad and suffering, all different reasons, and we can offer them hope, we can offer them comfort and joy, we can offer them unconditional love, because that is the only vibration that counts. It doesn't matter whatever else goes on. It doesn't matter what material goods you have or you don't have. What you have in the end, in the beginning and forever, is unconditional love. We have the love of our family and friends who are in the world of spirit, as well as down here. And if we are left alone down here, we have still got friends and family on the other side of life who care about us. And ultimately, it means that we can actually say wholeheartedly, we believe in God, who is a great spirit, because we know that that great spirit exists. We know that he looks after us. We call it he. With the new pronouns in, we should perhaps say they, but then we might get accused of being pantheistic. But we are not. We just believe in the great spirit, and that everybody is of the one spirit. And in that way, we can reach out to everybody and bring them in and say, you don't have to be on your own. You don't have to be sad. You don't have to be lonely. We will show you the way of comfort and joy and love. So do come along and join with us. Okay, we're in cyberspace at the moment, just like spirit. But when we reopen our village hall and when all the churches reopen, do look for other spiritualist churches, whether they're a suitcase church or a building. It doesn't matter. As we know, God built the planet and the world, and we can stand anywhere in the world and pray, and God will hear us. So there you are. So I say, God bless you. I hope I haven't carried on too long, but I do get carried away when it comes to this subject. I wonder why. So I say, God bless you, and I wish you well for tonight. I know that our medium will work well with all the loving energy that she has poured towards her from out there, and we'll all have a wonderful evening of spirit communication. God bless you all.
God bless you, and don't think you're getting away with it that easily, Reverend. I did see the last 10 minutes of last week's service. In actual fact, I saw the whole service, including the part regarding how Rev Nick's addresses can go on for a good half an hour.
Oh, did I say that?
You might have done. I wanted to say thank you. We all know it's near on an hour. And
I am always kind, Rev Nick.
You are indeed. In actual fact, I would like to just clarify the wonder of spirit. I was actually talking today in my shop to a customer and telling them about how a church is the people, not the bricks and mortar. God built the earth, so what better house to praise in? So God bless them, God bless you, and God bless us, as the old saying was.
Yeah, absolutely. And I wonder who was listening to all that then.
Yes, absolutely. Well, thank you ever so much as always, Lynn. I'm now going to ask you to stay with me for a moment, because I'm just going to mute you a second because I'm echoing and people are sick of my voice once, let alone twice. Bear with. I will unmute you, of course, when I've stopped speaking. But we've done things a little bit back to front today because of a technical issue. However, that technical issue has now been resolved because she is moving, she's not pausing, and I have seen her smiling at things that have been requiring smiling. And she also has a special guest sitting behind her. Now, if I were to ever remember the name of a medium, it is going to be this one, because she shares a name with someone very close to my heart. So please welcome everyone, our medium for this evening, Linda Rae. Good evening, Linda. Can you hear us?
Hi everyone.
How are you, my dear?
Yeah, I'm fine. I had a problem with trying to get into you because Facebook wouldn't give me back my notifications, so I had a bit of trouble trying to get to you.
But you are here now. That is what matters.
Yeah.
And of course, I'll be disappearing off the screen when you're giving messages, so I won't be interfering with the signal in any way, shape, or form.
Just breaking up quite a bit, actually. So I'm hoping it won't be.
That's probably just spirit telling me to shut up and get on.
Yeah.
On that note, I'm going to do just that. Reverend Lynn, thank you very much. This is our medium. Say hello.
Hello, Linda. Have a lovely evening.
Thank you so much, Reverend Lynn. Thank you. I look forward to it.
I know that everybody is looking forward to hearing from their loved ones, and I know you'll do a grand job of bringing that communication through.
I hope so.
I was speaking to. I was in touch with one of your pupils, Linda.
Sorry,
but don't let that worry you. Sorry? I was in touch with one of your circle, one of your pupils.
Oh God. Sorry about that.
It's a small world.
Yes, that it is.
I know you'll have a lovely time.
Thank you. Thank you.
God bless you. We'll see you later on, Lynn.
God bless you, Linda.
So then it was just two for a moment. So we've got you up online, but we haven't really spoken to you too much yet. We did have a bit of a chat last night, though, of course, where we put the world to rights and shared our opinions. And I do know that you are, as I said quite a few times, one of us. But I didn't realise quite one of us until I figured out who one of your students was. We'll leave that till the end, if you like, just for the benefit of everybody, mostly you. But we are very, very, very pleased to have you on. And I do know that we are going to have a wonderful night. And the signal isn't breaking up as much now.
Oh, I hope not. I hope not.
There you go. It's settling. It's settling. It's fine. So what I'm going to do now is we are going to have our reading, and then we'll have our healing, and then it'll be over to you. So that should have been a good enough tip-off to Reverend Alan Sutton. We know him as Victor Meldrew. Are you there, Reverend Alan?
I am, Nick. Good evening, everybody. Hope everybody's all well. Lovely words again, Reverend Lynn. Always spoken with so much conviction and truth. Well, tonight's reading, I think, will probably just about slot in with a little bit of jiggery. Anyway, I chose it this morning, and it is called Your Plan is Perfect, and it's from a series of poems called Connection with God, and this is poem number 13. You said your plan is perfect. Can I believe it, God? Sometimes I feel in conflict with scope and trials so broad. But then I look around, I pay attention close, and see your grace abound. Can't read it. In source and in loss. I trust your every vow, your holy word I trust. Sometimes I wonder how your beauty comes from dust. Your plan for me is to prosper, have future and the hope. Wholeheartedly I trust in, and never will I stop. Thank you all.
Oh, that's lovely.
Thank you. Lovely. And I don't actually think that needs any jiggery pokery whatsoever. That certainly blends in quite well. In actual fact, if you think about everything coming from dust, it blends in with last week's as well. But we're not going back to the story of Adam and Eve for various reasons. If you wish to hear the story of Adam and Eve from last week, you can watch last week's video, because this is all about this week. But it is well worth a watch, and I know a lot of people have watched it purely for the address from Reverend Lynn last week, which was truly uplifting in a spiritual way in many ways. And I think that's the important thing to remember, that there are many ways to uplift people. And as spiritualists, we know that one of those ways definitely always and should be mediumship. And someone actually commented, I think it was actually Doreen earlier on. Where are we? I've got to share this again because I think it's absolutely spot on. Here we are. I'm almost there. The medium relay station often works better than British rails. That absolutely sums it up, and it certainly is a thread right the way through. And of course, we know that the medium's relay station certainly works better than the internet and music players, for we always have struggles with technology in Littleport, whether it's in the village hall or in my upstairs room in my house. Technology plays with us, but it always comes through in the end. And I think you can say the same about life. So, Alan, thank you very much. God bless you. And we will see you both very, very soon.
Okay.
Thank you. I also have to, now it's just us two again, share a lovely little message that I don't know if anyone saw, but it's to you, actually, from someone called Helen who's watching, who made the comment that I thought Linda's dog was on the painting until it blinked. So peaceful.
Yeah.
So what is our new friend's name?
Her name is Buttons.
Buttons. Oh, do you know what? I used to do panto, and I played Buttons once.
All right.
So, you know, and she knows she's being talked about because I just got a glare and a glance. And, oh, yes, there we go. There's the other. Hello, Buttons. How are you? We're all pleased to see. Oh, dear. We're getting snarled at.
I'm hoping. No, she makes all sorts of noises, so I'm hoping she won't interfere.
Oh, brilliant.
She follows me
we
everywhere.
Don't mind that. We don't mind that at all. In actual fact, before the service, Reverend Lynn's dogs were being, shall we say, courteously escorted to another room because they were saying hello rather loudly. I did actually just see Reverend Lynn waving at me. Did you want to say something, dear? No, she's shaking her head. Okay. I think she's probably just noticed that the eyes opened and peeked at me because somebody knows we're being talked about. But the love and compassion, unconditional, as Lynn was talking about, comes from many locations, animals being one of them. And when it comes to unconditional love, there's one thing that we spiritualists can do very, very well and with very little training to help all those in need. And that is, of course, healing. And that could have almost been a tie-in written by the BBC, couldn't it? Because that's what's next. It's our healing. So we're now going to send some absent healing friends before we have our demonstration from the wonderful Linda. And so if we are all ready to send out our thoughts, the healing silence will begin with the healing prayer and then end with the word Amen, which will be after the video, which plays some lovely candles and some lovely music. So let us all join together as we say, Great Spirit, Father, Mother, God, here we bring unto you all those who are sick and suffering and in need of comfort, be they sick in mind, body, or spirit, that it may please thee to heal them. This we ask for those we know and those we do not know, and those who have no one to ask for them. We ask for them now. Amen.
Amen.
Bless you. Oh, Bless Button said amen as well. I think that's wonderful. Yeah, it's lovely. It's lovely. And I think, you know, doing the healing reminds me, the healing prayer that I say is an adaptation of something that was written in the Inside Healing book that we had 22 years ago. When we first started out on this journey, I added about one line, and I was asked by a gentleman last week to write it down, and I realized that the addition that I'd added had never been written down before. I'm of course talking about Tony Swindles, who dived in and helped me out big style by covering me last week, and what a fantastic job you did, Tony. And I know Michael was technical support as well, so from me personally, thank you for what you guys did last week. And thank you to everyone who supported and came on, and everyone who was involved in last week's service. It, for me, proves something that I have said many a time, that a church is not about one individual person, it is a collective of everyone. And although we can come and go, we're still part of it, but we are all one together and united in the strength and love of spirit. And last week certainly proved that. So thank you, everybody, for that. But for now, it is that time in the evening that everyone does come along for, that one unique snippet where stop worrying, we'll be fine. See, even Buttons is agreeing with me. Yeah, that one snippet where we are unique and where we are different to everybody else. We don't say this is what we believe, follow us. We say this is what we believe, here is the proof, make your own mind up. And it's time for people to see what makes us unique. So I'm going to bring up your first recipient. Now, she has been sitting patiently and quiet right since I logged on 40 minutes ago to check that everything was working. Her name is Mandy. So I'm going to introduce Mandy and Linda, and then I'm going to disappear off the screen for about 10 minutes. So, Mandy, can you hear us?
I can. Thank you for the opportunity.
Oh, no, it's fine. It's fine. You got your name in last week, didn't you, darling?
I did. Yes, I did.
And then I had a bit of a problem with new Facebook. And everything got lost because it's all changed for some reason again. But there you go. So, Linda, meet Mandy. Mandy, meet Linda. And now I'm going to leave you two to it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Reverend. Thank you. Hi, how you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, so all right, I can hear you now because it's been a bit distorted. Okay, so let's see how we're going with this. Okay, I'm just seeing who this is. Which I understand I've got a lady that's coming through at the minute, and I want to say she makes me feel that this is Mum.
Yes.
Okay, and as she comes in, I feel this lady, she's kind of coming in quite quickly. Didn't give me a chance to kind of sort of talk to you first, if that makes sense, but she's jumped in really quite quickly, and I feel that she would have been a lady that would have said all that she wanted to say when she was here. She wasn't a person to kind of sit back and not say anything, and she's reminded me of a situation at the moment that I feel with her is what she's given me is that there is something going on at the moment and that you need to kind of deal with it. Would you understand that?
Yes.
Okay, but I also feel with her strength, although she, you know, she was a bit of a tough old cookie is how she's making me feel, but I want to say she had a really good heart of gold and had this wonderful sense of humor, but would do anything for anybody. And I feel with her, I feel a sadness that she's not with you anymore, and it reminds me, although she said I had a fairly good life, I went too quickly. You understand?
Okay, yeah.
And she wishes that she could be here with you now. But would you understand also, please, that you're very much like your mum?
Yes, I am.
Okay, but her hair would have been curly. She's making me very aware that she would have had a curl in her hair. You'll have to excuse me, but I'm very vocal with my hands, so I do apologise. But she's, but as she comes in a little bit closer now, I also feel quite emotional with her as well now. She gives me this emotional feel with me, which tells me that you are in an emotional feeling at the moment. You understand, and I want to say this is
Yes.
right deep down inside of you, and
Yes.
you're not a person that would give out too much of what's going on. You try to deal with it yourself. But I feel
Yes.
that your mum, what she's saying is like, please let me help you. Please let me help you. I know you talk to me, but you're not always hearing me calling you back. You understand that?
Yes.
Okay. She said, I've tried to move things around just to let you know that I'm there. And you blame someone else for not putting
Yes.
things back to where they should be. Okay. But just a real sense of love from this lady. But she also says that, you know, sometimes you can, unfortunately, she's telling me that you can be your own worst enemy in trying to do things. And the stubbornness runs in the family.
Yes.
She's telling me that she was very stubborn and wouldn't accept help from anybody if she could do it herself. You understand that? But because she's also making, I know that she's making me very aware that you need to talk to someone. Would you understand this, please? Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
And not to be afraid. Okay. And not to be afraid that it will make you feel as if you aren't doing what you should be doing.
Yes.
Does that make sense to you? Okay.
Yes.
Would you understand the month of May as well, please? I'm just being given the month of May. Okay. But okay, they don't normally describe themselves as such, other than the fact that she said she had curly hair. But what she's actually given me is that, like, she's wanting to present herself to you, and I feel that she would have dressed up quite smartly when she was going out anywhere, if that makes sense. And her handbag, she's talking about the handbag. Yours is very much like hers, full of everything. Does that make sense? And she said that, you know, maybe you need to kind of okay. You can't find things when you go in there. You put things in there, but you can't find them when you want to get them out. And you're forever rummaging. And a lot of the time is when your phone is in there and someone is ringing you, you never get to it on time. And she's kind of laughing a little bit. She said, but then I would never have understood how to have used one of those phones. It would have had to be a very basic phone for me. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay. But what I do with her is, would you understand if Dad's in spirit as well, please?
He is, yes.
Okay, because normally he would tell me who he is, but this gentleman stepped forward and he makes me feel like a dad, but he's not saying nothing to me at the moment. So I get with him that he would have been quite reserved, where Mum would have been the one to kind of rule the roost, I want to say, and lay down the law. And he's kind of quite reserved in his own kind of way. But he steps forward and he's got a big grin on his face. So there's something coming up within the family, and you would understand that. If you can't, it's not a problem. I'm just hoping I haven't let the cat out of the bag. I'm just, all right, okay. He's just smiling and he's just saying, just tell her to wait and see. Okay. So the feeling that there is something coming and it is good. All right. It's, you know, and I think we all need a bit of good this time with all that's been going on with everything. But he's just kind of, as he steps forward, it's like he would have been a little bit taller than Mum. Not much, but he would have been a little bit taller than Mum. Would that make sense? A little bit, yeah. It's not a lot, but that little bit that he's taller than her, he's like, that makes me the taller one. And I feel that he would want to kind of feel as if he was in charge. But I feel that Mum kind of overrid that a lot of the time. And they're just kind of looking at each other, and it's actually, I wish you could see it. It's quite funny actually, because it's almost like she's saying, well, what are you doing here? Because I came first. Would that make sense? Okay.
Yes.
And she's quite a character in her own way, but she was always there wanting to help others. And you do this, but you're doing the same. You understand that? But what I feel with her is that the possibility that maybe you're doing just a little bit too much. And you know you are. You know you are. And she's just wanting you to think a little bit more about yourself. It's really important that you think a little bit more about yourself than worrying about that everybody else is okay. I mean, it's lovely to worry about everybody else, but her concern is that you need to start looking out for yourself a little bit more, if that makes sense. I need to put an awful lot of colour around you as well, please. She's wanting to give me a lot of colour to put around you. but there is a purple color around you as well. So I know you can connect with spirit. You
Yes.
understand that? They show me that when it tells me that that person is spiritually aware, okay, and that you can connect, but you haven't kind of bothered to take it where you should be taking it.
Yes.
If that makes sense. You haven't got to where you should be.
Yeah, there's been reasons. Yeah.
Yeah, you're dragging your heels as well. She said, not, but you can't keep using, oh, my hair stuck up now. She said you can't make up excuses some of the time because it's a pathway that has been calling you for a long time.
Yes.
You understand that? Would you also understand, Mum, as she stands here now, she's coming in just that little bit closer, and I'm wanting to say thank you for all that you did for me.
Okay,
you understand
thank you.
that you took great care of her. She's making me very aware of this, to the point she was a lady that was quite independent and did not like to be having to rely on someone. So there was a bit of a power struggle through some of it, but she did in the end succumb because I couldn't carry on. I just had to let you understand. But I also feel that I want to say that I'm sorry for some of the things that I said. And I know I shouldn't have said them, and they hurt you, and I would not have hurt you for all the world, but I just need you to know, I'm so proud of you, but the things that you did for me was so, she just makes me go all cold as she's drawing close now, even closer with that feeling. She said, but because would you understand you were there when she passed?
Yeah, she only passed in November, so
yeah. That doesn't matter, because people seem to think that when people pass over that they can't come back until years later. It doesn't work like that. I mean, I've dealt with someone who was planning a funeral, and that was a really difficult one. It just depends on what they want to say and how they are. But I feel that she needs to make this connection with you. You understand? But she wants more than anything to make sure that you know how grateful she was for the things that you did for her, and the love that you showed. And she knows it was tough. She does give me a condition around the chest area as well. So I don't know if this was a bit of breathing problems as well, because she's making me very dry.
Yeah, she couldn't
and
breathe.
Difficulty swallowing. I'm here and I can hardly swallow. But I just feel with her as well, it's like, would you also understand that she had difficulty getting her words out as well towards the end?
Yeah, she had lung cancer, which spread, so it went into her airways. So
I understand that, but in her eyes, I could have said that to you, but she didn't want to talk about that. She just more than anything is to say thank you so much for being the daughter that you were. And I couldn't have asked for a better daughter, because you did a lot for her that you don't give yourself credit for. You understand that? You just did it because of the care that you are as a person. But I just also with her is, okay, I know I gave you, I think she said she'd give me the month of May. Would you understand the name of May as well? I just need to give you May. You can just hold that for the minute. But when it comes in very quickly. I also need to give you a July birthday and an April anniversary. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Would you also understand a new life within the family? I really have put the cat among the pigeons now, I think.
Not yet. She had 43 grandchildren, so maybe another one.
There's a 44th one coming. But I think more than anything is wanting to let you know that, she is around you, and I know you feel her, but you haven't quite got that blend, if that makes sense. So please take all of her love and know that she is around you, okay? And and what she's just would you understand? She's given me some freesias to give to you.
Yes.
Okay. And I feel that's a memory link as well. But she's wanting to give the freesias to you. And at the same time is the red rose.
Yes.
And it's very significant, and it's significant. So much love from Mum. I know there's love coming from your dad, but I feel that Mum was the stronger one of the two at the moment, and she's determined to get her word in. So thank you so much for working with me.
Bless you.
A lot of
Thank
love.
you.
So please take her love, and thank you so much, Mandy.
Thank you. Bless you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, that was worth waiting for a week. Hey, Mandy.
Yes, it was. It was lovely. Thank you.
Bless you. You're very, very welcome.
Very
Lovely
welcome.
to see you.
Thank you. You too.
We'll see you again soon. Stay downstairs because we'll bring everybody up for the closing prayer. God bless. Wow, brilliant. You're getting lots of wonderful, wonderful feedback. And
what about that was just
no, I know you're not, I know. But lots of lovely feedback. And also, did you know that we're part of a watch party?
No.
I don't even know what one of them is. That's how old I'm getting. But there's a watch party going on with it. So thank you to Diane for talking people through that, because I haven't got a clue what that is. On the subject of comments, just between messages, I would like to, on behalf of us all, I've been watching the messages. Jan, our thoughts and prayers are with your dad. I know you've probably gone already, but no doubt you'll come and have a peek. Jan's placed in the comments that her father has just had a stroke, literally just had a stroke as she's watching, so she's had to leave. But you might think you're physically leaving us, love, but you haven't left us. You're still with us in our hearts, and we will send out our thoughts and healing to both you and your family, and especially your dad. So, you know, I've just got to say, she's given away the ghost. She's given away the information. Look who's just said that you are very wonderful. Kiss, kiss, kiss.
Hello, Sandra.
And she's also teaching me now, because a watch party is when someone invites others to watch with them. So there we are. We've learned something new ourselves today. If you're having trouble with the watch party, just go to Rev Nick Brown on Facebook. It's an open page, or the New Christian Spiritualist Society, or Littleport Spiritualists. Exactly, buttons. And you will find the video on many of those locations to watch directly through there. So we love it. Don't worry. We are an animal friendly, among many other thing friendly church. So I'm now going to bring up your next recipient. Linda, can you hear me? Linda, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Bless you. Well, I don't need to tell you what each other's names are, because if you can't work that out by now, you both should know each other's names. I'm going to leave you two with it and send Judy an ad so she can find my video. Bye.
Thank you, Reverend Nick. Hello, Linda. How are you?
Hello. I'm fine, thank you. You?
Yeah, you can hear me, yeah? Cool. Okay.
I can hear you, yep.
Right, okay. Let me just see what we've got for you. Right, okay. Okay, I've got it looks like I've got a couple here at the moment, so I'm just trying to work out who's going to step forward first. I feel like I've got a gentleman on a love vibration. I've also got a lady coming in. I want to say I feel like this is mum, but I also want to say I've got your grandmother here as well. Would you understand that?
Yes.
All of it?
Yep.
Okay, that's okay. Then we can try and get a little bit of it each from each one of them. I feel your grandmother first. I'm going to deal with her first because she's kind of come in. And would you understand that as she draws into me, she was quite a strict lady when she was here. But I feel a lot of that was to do with her upbringing. And not that she laid the law down, but I found it very difficult. The feeling she's given me was I wasn't able to kind of let people see how much I might have loved them. Would that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay. Because this is kind of what she's given me. And it's not that she wasn't like that. It was just, she just said, I just didn't know how. It was just kept from me. So I feel her life was really quite hard. But she kind of got on. But I want to say she was a very strong lady as well, if that makes sense. And she would have suffered, I don't know if you're aware, but she would have suffered with her hip. Because she's drawing me to a hip area that she would have suffered with her hip. Okay, she's just wanting to send in the love that she can send to you. And I feel that maybe your grandmother, you would have known her when you were quite small.
Yes.
Would you understand that? Okay.
Yeah.
Because she's just given me when you were quite small. So I would imagine the feeling is that she may have passed just before, you know, as you were a young child. But she remembers you, she said, because you, okay, you used to, okay, you like music. Would you understand the fact that you like music?
Yes.
But you liked to dance when you were younger, because she's given me a memory link of you when you were very young dancing, and she found it very wonderful, but she couldn't show you just how much she enjoyed it. Okay, she just wants you to know that it wasn't that she didn't, she just didn't know how. Okay, so she's sending the love that she can to you. All right, and also I feel she's been around you for some reason, so I don't know if there's an anniversary or a birthday coming up connected around her and around possibly your mum as well. Okay,
Yeah.
right, your mum's stepping in now. Okay, and I want to say these are two different people are that chalk and cheese.
Yes.
You understand that, okay? And I want to say with your mum, she was a little bit more open-minded, a little bit more upfront. I still feel though that mum had a bit of a toughness about her, but that she had to have that. You understand that, okay? But you are completely different. She's making me very aware that you broke the mold, for want of a better word. All right. But you wouldn't put that out there by saying to someone, you know, I'm like that. You know, you're quite a modest person, and you're not a person that would blow your own trumpet. You understand that? So she's making me very aware of this, because what I get with her is like, okay, she's wanting to say, I wished I could have spent more time with you. I wished I could have done more things with you. And I know that you understand that. Okay. And she's just, I feel again, she's making me feel just this little bit of sadness. And would you understand that you've kind of shut yourself away a little bit as well?
Yeah.
And this is not what you should be doing. I'm not saying you've got to get up there and go dancing or do anything like that. But I feel with your mum is like, you're just letting life pass you by, but you've got such a deep beauty within inside of yourself. And again, quite a spiritual person. You understand me? But I also have to say that there is healing coming to you. My guides are reminding me that there is healing coming to you. Okay. But I feel this is coming in excess now for you, if only to kind of, would you understand? I don't feel that you're as mobile as you'd like to be.
No, not at the moment. With this and one thing and another.
Well, I don't know that, but they're just saying to you, you're not as mobile as you would like to be, but they're wanting you to sort of try to get that mobility back. Are you with me?
Okay.
Because there is still so many. You understand that, because she's saying there is so many more things for you still to do.
Yes.
And you know, and although you're trying your hardest, you're at a point where you just think, am I ever going to get there? And my darling, you will, she's saying, my darling, you will get there. I know I never gave you many kisses and cuddles like I wished I could, but you are a very cuddly person, she's telling me. So you used to love cuddles when you were younger. And I feel with your mum, it's like she worked hard all of her life. You understand that?
She did.
And family was very, very important to her. Very, very important. And it's almost like she's okay. I just feel that she wishes, she's making me very aware now that she wishes she had more time to share out her time. You understand that?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. But I get a sense of loneliness with you as well at the moment, and she's not wanting you to be lonely. Okay. She does remind me of the tears that are behind closed doors, and because she gives me a handkerchief to give to you, but it's got some lace on the corner just to dry your eyes. So it's really to say, like, you know, please don't think we're not with you. We are. But sometimes you shut yourself down. Maybe not intentionally, but sometimes when it gets a little bit too much, you understand, you kind of shut yourself down. Yeah, just a little bit. Would you understand the name of Bill? Sorry, someone just called out Bill.
Yeah, Dad.
Okay, wanting to be remembered for whatever reason.
Okay.
I feel that, you know, between the ladies, they were a force to be reckoned with. So he's kind of, if that makes sense. So he just called that out. But I want to say there are some changes coming up for you, and your mum wants you to know this, because you've kind of got stuck into where you are, okay, and aren't seeing beyond the next day. And it's like, I want you to look forward, please. I need you to look forward, because there are things coming for you that are going to be good for you. But it's about giving you just that little bit more hope, because you come down on yourself so badly sometimes that I feel that she's getting a little bit not agitated, but a little bit, you know, come on now, you know, this is not who you are. So you would understand that.
Yes.
You often sit in the house without any music and without any sound.
Yes.
Because she says, well, where is the music? Where is the sounds? You know, because then your mind runs away with you. So she's saying you need to have music. You need to have music, or the telly or something, so that there are other things going on around you that will lift your spirit. You understand that? Okay.
Yes.
She hands me, would you understand, a memory of sweet peas?
Oh, yes.
Okay, she just gave me a memory of sweet peas. And I also need to give you bluebells.
Yeah.
So it's a childhood memory, but she just said, just tell her, because I'm saying to her, you could tell her yourself. She said, no, just tell her. Remember all the bluebells. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So a lot of love from her. I think Reverend Nick's going to shoot me off in a minute, but I just need to give you this gentleman, please, on this love connection. You understand that goes back a little bit. All right.
Yeah.
I just feel with this gentleman as he draws in, he's not telling me who he is, just that he's a love connection. And he stands here. He's a fairly tall gentleman, and he holds this red and a white rose. Okay. And as he hands the red rose to you, it's very significant. But he's wanting to give you this white rose because he needs you to find peace within yourself. And that's where your healing will begin. And that's where your healing will begin. All right. So I'm sorry, because he's going to shoot me otherwise. So much love to you from Spirit, and also from your mum, your nan, and this gentleman, and obviously Dad shouting at, you know, to be remembered. But just know that you have a lot of people around you, and don't be afraid to ask for help. You know, that's all what people want to do for you. But just know that there is so much love there for you. And just before they go, they want to give me tulips for you.
Yes.
Love lots of tulips, and then the daffodils. Now, when I get daffodils, it's an energy for me. It's an energy upliftment. So I feel that needs to come to you as well. So please accept that with their love. Okay. So thank you for working with me, Linda. Thank you. God bless.
Thank you so much. That was lovely. Thank you.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you. I can't hear you, Reverend.
There you go. Can you hear me now? There you go.
Now we can.
See, I muted myself so that I wasn't interfering. I have to say, absolutely lovely watching that message. I don't envy you, because my grandparents and great-grandparents were very, very loud. So there's no way that I'd ever be able to move them on. So trust me on that one. So really well done on that. Did you enjoy that, Mother dear?
It was lovely. Yeah, I really did. That's made me feel a lot better.
Oh, okay.
Now, what Mum doesn't realise is that you couldn't actually see her cast. If I change the video to that, you can now see Mum's. You can wave it now. She'll be able to see it, Mum. The silly sausage broke her arm, you see, and there was problems with landing on legs as well. So whenever we talk about physical evidence, there's some there right now. So thank you for that. Stay on the line, Mother. We'll have you back up at the end. And for now, see you later, babe. See, I never mention that it's my mother until after the message, because
lovely lady.
It's all part of that. And my sister's been watching as well, so she's heard from her grandma tonight as well. So that's a big double up.
Right.
So you've got one more message to give out, but before that, we have a tradition. Now, I know you've watched our services once or twice before, so you know what's coming, and we had a little bit of a preview. But I have to ask the question, Hannah, what is it? Unmute, dear. Unmute. You're muted. It's working now.
Prize.
Bully special prize. Thank you, birthday girl. Are you enjoying yourself?
Yes.
Good.
Sorry, totally.
That's all right. I just nearly hit the roof. That's fine. I ascended at least 3 levels of spiritual grace just by being scared out of my wits by a sudden loud noise, which is wonderful. You couldn't make it up, could you? Well, Hannah, have a wonderful rest of your birthday. There's only a few hours left, but do enjoy yourself. And a little special secret for you, your birthday video, your mum's got a copy for you that you can keep, because she saw it before. So have a wonderful rest of your birthday, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you, Nick.
Bless. I love doing things like that. Right, okay, so back on big screen and back to the messages, and our final message for this evening is for a young lady. Della, are you there?
I'm here. Yeah, hi. Yeah.
Hey, lovely. You can hear each other? Can you hear each other?
I can hear you, Nick.
Can you hear me?
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Bye.
Hi, Della. How are you?
Hi. Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you. You?
Yeah. Okay. Come for, let's see what we can get for you. Okay. Right. I know, obviously, I work with spirit. I know my guides work with me as well, but my guides are drawing very close for some reason as well. Would you understand, please, before we start? I'm just waiting for this person to come in. But I get a sense of you at the minute. There is so much going on within your life at the minute that I just don't know if I'm coming or going. Does that make sense?
Yes, very much.
I feel like I'm on a merry-go-round when I connect with your vibration, and it's like, oh, stop the merry-go-round, let me get off. But I feel that there's a lot of things that you need to kind of sort out, if that makes sense. I do have a grandmother that's stepping in as well, and I feel this lady would have been a person that would have taken charge of things. Would that make sense to you?
Yes, very much so.
Okay, because as she steps in, it's as my guys were talking, and she was coming in, and she's had to wait for a minute because they wanted to put that point across. But what I get with her is like she's come marching in, actually, as if to say, right, I need to sort you out, girl, and like as if she wants to kind of come in there, and she's rolling her sleeves up. So I get she was very down. She's making me very down to earth, but a heart of gold. But she liked to be in the thick of things. Would you understand that? And
definitely.
And if she could take control of the situations, she would, because sometimes she's reminding me that some ways her way was law, if you could understand. But she's laughing a little bit because it's like there was a bond with the two of you, and I know you would understand that, okay?
Yes.
But would you also understand there was a time when you were at loggerheads at one point? I want to take it back a little bit, okay? But she reminds me of being that she was very stubborn in the sense of she didn't want to be the first one to say I'm sorry, but neither did you, if that makes sense. So there was a bit of a but you finally did come together, but I feel that might have been a third party involved that kind of got you two back together, and you could rebuild on your bond again, if that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
But what I get with her at the minute is this sense of because there are things that need doing and things that need to be sorted. It's like your mind is like going in overdrive at the minute, so you're not sleeping very well at night, and your sleep is very broken, and you're very
Yeah.
restless. So when you're waking up, you're really, really tired, and you just haven't got the energy to kind of get through the next day. So I feel with her, it's like she's kind of wanting, okay, I'm coming in, she says, I'm coming in so I can help you sort this out. All right. Now I know she can't interfere, not it's a spiritual law, they can't, but I feel that she's there to guide you and she's there to help. So what I get with her is her strength, because she was a very, very strong lady. So the strength that she's, but the strength she's given me is what she's wanting you to call on. Okay, please don't be afraid to say, Mum, please come close, let me have some strength. She will help you with that, if only just to lift your energy, enabling you to get through what you need to get through. You understand that? Okay, so that's what she's saying, because she can't, you know, she can't go and grab someone by the scruff of the neck and say, get over there and do that. It's impossible, but I know she'd like to try it, and you would and I know you would understand that.
Yeah.
But she is laughing a little bit. But more than anything, she's very concerned that there is a lot going on, and you just don't know whether you're coming or going at the moment. You understand that? Okay.
Yeah.
So please call on me and let my strength help you get through. You know, what is to come, kind of thing. I am going to say to you, there are a few obstacles, but they're like little obstacles now, and you will get over them very easily. It's almost like you will find this new resilience within inside of yourself, and that's her helping you. She makes that point. I need to give you the name of Mary, please. I'm just hearing Mary being called.
Yes. Yeah.
And okay, what are you showing me now? Would you understand the possibility? You're not thinking of moving, are you? Or moving of a situation? What she's doing, let me tell you, what she's giving me is, she's giving me a key, then she's taking it away, and then she's giving it back to me again. So a key for me is a move. Without, normally they'd say to me, right, there's a move going on, but it's a move within a situation. But she keeps giving me a key, then taking it back. So you're being very hesitant about something. You understand that? All right.
Yeah. I think the only thing I could relate that to at the moment is I've just bought a new car. I don't know if that would.
No, I can't make that fit. So I'm going to ask you to hold that, okay?
Thank you.
Because whether this is something that could be coming up that you may think about, no, because it's not a car key, and I would not make that fit. But she gives it to me, she takes it away, she gives it to me. So it's not something that's directly in front of you now. You understand? All right.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
It's something maybe, and it could be a move of a situation, but she just gives me a key, because whatever this situation is, it's under lock and key, so to speak. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Would you understand Mum would have suffered with one of her legs?
Yes.
Okay, because she can have it back now. She's giving me a bit of just a little bit. But I feel that, you know, she's wanting to kind of, so it could verify, so you know for sure this was definitely her. You also have some of her jewelry, please. You have her ring.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Okay, but you do wear it though, don't you?
Yes, okay. I do.
Right. Would you understand the necklace that you don't wear?
Yes, I would, but that needs to have a chain.
Well, I was about to tell you that, but never mind, you beat me to it.
Sorry.
But anyway, so it's okay. Because she talks about the necklace. But what I want to say to you is, can you either get the chain or get it repaired, because it will bring you luck.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
All right. It will bring you luck. She's just kind of saying that your luck needs to turn. You understand? I mean, I know you just said you just bought a new car, but your luck needs to turn a little bit more, if that makes sense. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Would you understand a younger child around you, please?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Is there a little bit of concern around this child? Just give me a little bit of concern around the child, but in the sense of everything is going to be okay. If that makes, they're just reminding me that everything is going to be okay. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
But you do need to take a step back as well, a little bit.
Yeah, thank you.
I know that, and I know that's going to be hard, but they're just saying, for your own peace of mind, just to take a step back a little bit, and you will see outside looking in, if that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
But she just brings a great, she's just bringing a great deal of love. But more than anything, is like rolling her sleeves up and saying, right, okay, I'm ready. Take my energy, use my strength to get you through what is coming. Okay. But I do want to say to you, I don't normally give me this, but this comes from up there. And that is, I need you to look forward. Okay. Because she's just handed me some snowdrops to give to you. Now, snowdrops for me are new beginnings. All right. So that gives me February, March time. So I want you to look forward, but you've got to stop looking back. Okay. You've got to stop looking back at what's happened and to think about what it could be and where your life is taking you. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. But she's just, she's just now got this really nice, lovely smile on her face. But she said, like, you're too hard on yourself and you need to just soften up a little bit. Okay.
Yeah.
But just know that their love is so great. And she's not one to say I'm sorry. So she's not saying I'm sorry for what happened. But she's just very happy that you got back together and you were there for her. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yes, it does. Thank you very much.
But just a great deal of love from her to you. But just call me is all she's saying. She keeps saying, call me, please, and I'll be there. Okay. So yeah. Thank you, Della. Thank you so much for working with me.
Thank you so much.
God bless. Thank you. Thank you.
You're right, Della?
Yeah.
Bless you.
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, you know me.
Yes, you've had your lecture now, and for once, not by me. So
sorry.
Well done, Linda. Good on you. Good on you. Love it, love it, love it. Well, stay with us, Della, for the closing prayer. We'll have you back up at the end. In the meantime, I'm having a word with this young lady. I'll see you in a bit, babe. Bless her. Well done, my lovely. Really, really well done.
I really
Wonderful.
I really enjoyed it. Thank you.
I try to avoid putting too many messages up during the demonstration, purely and simply to avoid distracting and drawing the eye from.
I wasn't paying attention to him anyway.
I know, which is why I don't do it. I know you wouldn't anyway, but I just want to say the love for you from our congregation, our online congregation, is absolutely massive. You are most definitely one of us, and on that note, let's see what Reverend Lynn has to say.
Oh dear.
Well, well done, Linda. Well done, Linda. It was lovely, and
thank you.
It's so good to see genuine mediumship.
Yes.
This is what we're always fighting for. This is why we started the new Christian Spiritualist Society, because we needed to get that word out to general public, not just to those who are already spiritualists and converted, if you like, not preaching to the converted, but to show people in general, the general public at large, that there is a lot to it, and that and that there is such a thing as a genuine medium, and how to identify that. And your good evidence of survival was exactly what we need to convince people that what we're saying is true. Because otherwise, let's face it, we could all be locked up. Not because we're defrauding anybody, but because we'd be lunatics. If we were talking to nobody and getting messages from no one. But the thing is that you did a wonderful job there for us, and I'm just so delighted. And I must say, if you don't mind, I think that your entire appearance is vibrant.
Yes.
I dress for spirit. So.
Yeah.
It looks lovely.
I'm very honoured.
It's really lovely. It looks really lovely, and you look like, shall I say, you look like your own aura photograph.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So all that energy is there. All that lovely spiritual energy is there. It's all around you, and all that green around you. If you don't mind me saying so,
no, of course not. No, of course not.
Of what a good medium should have in her aura. So I think we can all see that, because you've made that effort, and it was so wonderful to be able to enjoy all those messages. And I know that people who have not received a message themselves will understand that their loved ones are indeed there looking on and being able to be with them and close to them at any time. And the only thing they lack, if they lack anything at all, is the services of a good medium like yourself, or to develop their own ability as mediums, because you know we can all develop. You run a circle or you hold a circle yourself, and you know, we can develop people so that they can get that attunement to spirit. And you're such a good example, Linda. It was a pleasure to watch. Thank you very much for serving.
It was an honour to be there. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bless you, Lynn. Well, we'll bring you back up for the closing prayer, but as ever, thank you for joining us, my dear. And on a personal note, I will just say, on a scale of 1 to normal, how much did my article for Littleport Life get edited?
Oh no, hardly at all.
Oh, wow. That's definitely not normal. I'm touched.
No, there was probably a small squiggle or something somewhere, but that was all, Nick.
Oh, that's wonderful. I must be learning.
I mean, the fact is this, you know, because I'm the actual editor and production editor and so on of the local magazine, it means that we've had spiritualism in there right from the beginning. Which is lovely, really, because amongst the other churches in the village, we always have our say as well, and that's really good for us and good for people too, because they need to know what we know, and to have mediums like yourself, Linda, you know, just wonderful. So God bless you and your work.
Bless you. See you in a bit, Lynn. Bless her. Now, I will say that the reason I'm so excited is because I've sat in her office when she was the editor of Psychic News and watch her correct people's post-it notes and give them back to them. And until they've corrected them, she won't do anything about what's on the post-it notes. So for her to say that there was very few edits in my article, I'm very touched. And my English teacher would be very amazed, shocked and surprised, who said, I will never do much with my words. I will never be a public speaker, and I certainly will never have anything written down that will be of worth reading. So I'm quite pleased with that one. Well, good. Linda, on that note, I just want to say from all of us, what an absolutely amazing night you've given us. You and your helpers in spirit have really, really given us a treat. Buttons is a new, shall we say, moderate celebrity. Everyone was worried that he might have fallen off the back. He was so relaxed, but I did see him go a wandering. Sorry, her. Yes. Yeah, I did see she go wandering. Yeah, she went for it. As soon as the mediumship was over, that was it. She was off.
She's like that in circles. She has sleep while circles on, and when everyone comes back, she's up. Yeah.
I can imagine. And also, you've had another person just briefly give you a huge compliment about that beautiful painting behind you.
Yeah, it is a beautiful painting. Yeah, that was gifted to me. So yeah.
And it even matches the style and everything. So it's just so wonderful. You've been brilliant. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
I'm sure you'll be back. Well, friends, the time in our evening is drawing to a close. It is just a couple of minutes before 9 o'clock. I want to thank everybody who's either watched online or who will be watching online, both on Facebook, on YouTube. Everyone who's been apart, from Reverend Lynn to Alan and Penny, to Sam and Hannah, to Della, to Mandy, to yourself, and to everyone who joins in and watches week in, week out, holds watch parties with their twin sister, you know, there you go, and makes comments and keeps it all going. We really do have a wonderful, wonderful group of people around, but not more so than someone who not only got a message tonight, but also keeps me in check and reminds me of things like closing prayers. I am, of course, talking of the mother of the church, Mummy Linda, and of course the father of the church, so sitting patiently next to her, who's probably already got the kettle going. Oh, hang on a second, bear with. The tea bag is ready. Thank you, Daddy Brown. Thank you, Mummy Brown. The tea bag is ready. That means that it is soon time for a cup of tea. But before that, let's have everyone back up for our closing prayer. So come on up, everybody peeps, as we get you all up. And I do mute for the sake of everyone's ears at home, who will get echoes everywhere. So look at that, lovely, isn't it? There you go. You can see everybody properly now. Oh, and there's another little animal watching with Mandy as well. Isn't that lovely? So, everybody, would you all care to join with me as we say our closing prayer? As we say, Great Spirit, Father, Mother, God, we thank you for the opportunity, truly, to come together as friends and to unite under your banner of love, of hope, unconditional love and joy and upliftment that we all and each share every time we come together in this place. We know that this world can be dark and dismal sometimes, but we also know that your light is our light, and our light can help each other guide us along the path to upliftment, to peace, to friendship, to love, to joy, and the truth that life is indeed eternal. And as we go out into the world, Great Spirit, we ask as ever that you do not move the mountain, just give us the strength to hold each other's hands and climb. And so I ask for a blessing to be placed on each person here present, and the friends and families they represent, and also those that have been watching and those who will watch, so that your love and light might shine as a great banner and web across the world, until we meet again, which as ever is in your name, in love, in truth, and in light. Amen. Well, friends, back down to just the two of us. As I say one more time, a big lots of animal. It's a very animal themed night. Oh, and Buttons has just said hello in the background as well. A big thank you to you, Linda, for a wonderfully uplifting evening, and I know everyone's thoroughly enjoyed it. And so thank you. And of course, a big finish your birthday for 3 hours. Happy birthday, Hannah. We'll be back next week with another medium. Yes, we are in the middle of doing paperwork and sorting things out to go back into the village hall. But I made a promise in March, and I keep my promises. Our online services will remain forever, for time immemorial. We have been doing this sort of thing for 3 years, even if it was without mediumship. We will, as Sir Arthur Conan Doyle said in the last ever demonstration of mediumship that he ever watched, he said, carry on and take the word of spirit out into the world and do not give an inch. And many years later, he was quoted as saying that by Gordon Higginson. And if it's not too presumptuous, I'll say we're going to do the same. So until next time, God bless you all. Thanks for listening. And we'll see you all soon. Good night.